Good morning, here's my second VEDA video. I've become aware as I'm trying to do this that editing on my tablet is a little bit tricky, a little bit time consuming, and I don't have a great deal of memory space on there either, which is why I'm going to reshoot this and see if I can do it as a one-take video. Now this does mean that there will be ums and ers and fluffs as I try to keep my train of thought going, but let's see what we can do. Right, today what I'd like to talk to you about is something that I've started reading which has got me really excited. First though, a little bit of history and context. Back in January 1989, the first issue of a new comic book called Sandman by Neil Gaiman was released, and that came out on the DC line, but was soon integrated into the Vertigo imprint, which was the line by DC for more mature comic books and so on. Now this was kind of a big deal. It lasted for 7 years, 75 issues, and ended in 1996, with Gaiman's contract stipulating that when he finished writing it, no one else would take it on and continue it. He did do 2 subsequent pieces. He did Dream Hunters in 1999 and Endless Nights in 2003, but by and large, that was it as far as Sandman was concerned. Except now we have Sandman Overture, which has started coming out. There's issues 1 and 2, very exciting. Now this is absolutely beautiful. It is exciting to see Caiman writing again for Sandman. It is absolutely beautiful. It is just as good as I remember it being back in the past. And as well as the main issues, in the interstitial months, because this is being released bi-monthly, he is also releasing a special edition with interviews with the artist J.H. Williams and the letterer Todd Klein in this one, and I can't wait to see what happens in later issues for this special edition as well. Now, the guy at the comic book shop confessed to me that he hadn't read any Sandman, and he was wondering whether it was better to start at the beginning with Preludes and Nocturnes, or whether, because Overture is a prequel story, whether he could start with that and then go into the main story. Now, at the time I didn't know, but having reread this, I think it would be a mistake to start with Overture, because there is so much rich backstory within the Sandman universe and within the original series, introducing characters and ideas and all this sort of thing, that Overture doesn't have time to explain who all these people are. So when they turn up, you kind of know who they are already, because you've already read the original comic books. So if you start with Overture, you're going to miss out on a lot of that. And then when you hit into the main canon, you're going to be introduced to characters that you've kind of already seen before, but it's going to feel strange. So if you haven't read any Sandman before, and you really, really should, start with Preludes and Nocturnes, work your way through to the end of the wake, read Dream Hunters and the Endless Ones if you want as well, because they're beautifully written as well, and then read Overture. But if you haven't read Sandman, do. If you have read Sandman, get Overture. It's beautiful. I'm a huge Neil Gaiman fanboy, and I could whiffle on about him for ages. In fact, I have done on a couple of takes on this. I've ended up with 10-minute videos telling everyone how wonderful everything is. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it fairly short. But Sandman is beautiful. Read it, enjoy it, and thank me afterwards for having done so. That's me for today. I've no idea what I'm going to rant to you about tomorrow. We shall find out when I turn the camera on then. But for now, take care, be awesome, love you all.